this mess. Whatever I was saving this or that for, it all lives in the dumpster now. And what did I think I was doing with my life? Was there a purpose? Did I fulfill it? At the judgment gates, the defense presented the evidence I had followed my inner voice. Some warn I could be listening to the wrong voice. Others say I'm hearing more. Others say if I'm hearing more than one voice, I need to seek help. I just felt the pain in my chest. Does that mean it's over? It seems I'm still capable of making purchases. And I'm still pressing numbers that lead me through menus while I wait on hold. I anticipate the answer to my question. Finally, I get through to a live person and I ask my question. Am I going to die soon? I'm told when I least expect it. And if I don't try to kill myself, I'll die when it's my time. And this last one is called Looking into a Window of a Cafe. A man and a woman sit at a table at a window. She has her back to him. She is looking out the window. She seems to be looking at nothing. Her back is to him. She is forcefully looking out the window. He looks like he's about to cry. He is looking at the back of her head with his mouth partly open, with a look, but he doesn't know what to say. It doesn't look like a happy scene. I hear the food is good there. I was just walking by, looking in the window of the cafe.
Hardly a man is now alive who remembers that famous day and year when he said to his friend, "If the British march by land or sea in the town tonight, hang a lantern aloft in the belfry arch of the North Church Tower to signal light 1, if by land, and 2, if by sea, and I on the opposite shore will be, ready to ride and spread the alarm to every Middlesex village and farm, to the country folk, to be up and to arms." Then he said good night, and with muffled oar, silently rowed to the Charlestown shore, just as the moon rose over the bay. Swinging wide at her mooring lay the Somerset, British man of war, a phantom ship with each mast and spar across the moon like a prison bar, whose huge black hulk was magnified by its own reflection in the tide. Meanwhile, his friend, through alley and street, I have 3 minutes, right? Wandered and watches with eager ear, until in the silence around him he hears the sound of arms, the tramp of feet, the measured tread of the grenadiers, marching down to their boats on the shore. Then he climbs the tower of the Old North Church by the wooden stair with a stealthy tread to the belfry chamber overhead, startled the pigeons from their perch on somber rafters, which round him made masses and moving shapes of shade, up the trembling ladder, steep and tall, to the highest window in the wall, where he paused a moment to look down on the roofs of the town and the moonlight glowing over all. Beneath in the churchyard lay their dead, in the night encampment on the hill, wrapped in a silence so deep and still, he could hear like a sentinel's tread, the watchful night wind as it went, creeping along from tent to tent, seemed to whisper, all is well. A moment only did he feel the spell of the place, the hour, and the secret dread of the lonely belfry of the dead. You all know the rest in the books you have read, how the British regulars fired and fled, how the farmers gave them ball for ball from behind each fence and farmyard wall, chasing the redcoats down the lane, crossing the field to emerge again, crossing the field at the bend in the road, only pausing to fire and load, and so through the night rode Paul Revere, and so through the night rode his cry of alarm, a cry of defiance and not of fear. A voice in the darkness, a knock at the door, a word that shall echo forevermore, for, born on the night wind of the past, through all our history to the last, the people shall waken to listen and hear the hurrying hoofbeats of that steed, and the midnight message of Paul Revere. Wow.
All right.
The proofreaders are playing the ping-pong game of proofreading, glancing back and forth from page to page. The chefs are dicing celery and potatoes, and the poets are at their windows, because it is their job, for which they are paid nothing, every Friday afternoon. Which windows hardly seems to matter, though many have a favorite, for there is always something to see. A bird grasping a thin branch, the headlights of a taxi rounding a corner, those two boys in wool caps angling across the street. The fishermen bob in their boats, the linemen climb their round poles, the barbers wait by their mirrors and chairs, and the poets continue to stare at the cracked bird bath or a limb knocked down by the wind. By now it should go without saying that what the oven is to the baker and the berry-stained blouse to the dry cleaner, so the window is to the poet. Just think, before the invention of the window, the poets would have had to put on a jacket and a winter hat or remain indoors with only a wall to stare at. And when I say a wall, I do not mean a wall with striped wallpaper and a sketch of a cow in a frame. I mean a cold wall of field stones, the wall of the medieval sonnet. The original woman's heart of stone, the stone caught in the throat of her poet's love. Really common. Good reason for poet laureate. Now, usually when I write rhymes and some free verse, and so I brought some rhyming stuff tonight. But I should also say that although I don't have a book for sale yet, within a month I will. But it's not poetry. It's Westward I Go Free, tracing Thoreau's last journey, where I traced his trip to Minnesota in 1861. And you'll hear about it through Bruce's browser. We'll have a soiree, and it'll be up there. And there is an original poem in it, but it's hard to find. There is an original poem and one in it. So I was trying to think of what to read for you. I'll read you one of mine, and this is just because it's that time of year, and this is called A Northern Spring. When November comes around, I winterize my bed. The cotton sheets go in the wash and flannel on instead. Flannel sheets are just divine. They keep my tootsies warm. I stretch out and luxuriate, protected from the storm. With covers thick and smooth and soft, I doze in my cocoon. The blizzards blow, the snowflakes drift, and to them I'm immune. But when the season turns to March, feeling's not the same. The sun comes up, the snowpack melts, and flurries become rain. Uncomfortably, I twist and turn and wake up in a sweat. I guess it's time for cotton, or an open window yet. Reluctantly, I welcome spring and put those sheets away. My heavy heart is lifted up as I go through the day.
Will you help me out of this world? I can't find my way out of this place. Welcome to the heartache. Welcome to my pain. Where did all the joy go? Could you be the reason for my tears? The problems we face, can we throw it all away? Where can I go in this life? What can I do to see the truth? How can I be the best I can? Help me with my life. The hatred of the world, taking so much time. Just show me the truth. What happened to hope? Where could I take you? Can I show you my pain? Will my death be fulfilled? I can't leave here alone. All this hatred here, will it change me? I need some hope. I need your joy. Race, ethnicity, religion, why is it important? Or is it important? Did you have a bad day? How can I help you? Just show me the truth. I need the understanding. Show me your life. Give me a change. Give it some hope. Let me see you alive.
In the Northfield Cornfield and Bird Sanctuary. True story. On and off, cornstalks, light switch, fawn, and raspberry, in the warm zen-like rain and shine, and I'm full of walk, therapy, hope, and meditation that the nearby nuclear plant isn't leaking, spawning, spreading bread and butter death, but I don't know. And then music, when the test siren sticks, and firecracker trees tremble in the Connecticut, shimmy, shimmy, shake, nipmunk from the muddy bank, and kingfisher shooting loose, staking heart with his runaway arrow.
Good job.
Very good. Thank you.
Watches as I lug bucket past the garden. The mare plunges into her feed. Grain spills over the stall floor. His black tongue sweeping the planks, the fat sheep shoves me aside. After chores, I slip inside the hen house to collect the cooling eggs. Like prisoners in feather pantaloons, chickens inspect the wire fence, waiting for grubs and worms to thaw. They peck at the melting snow, while overhead a hawk circles an uncertain sky. I trudge back along the muddy path and kick leaves off flower beds. Such a sorrowful look the angel gives, her palms pressed together in perpetual prayer. One small gray finger crossing over the other. Her wings droop, the tips of stony feathers touch the ground. But by her toes, crocuses point their pale spheres at the sun. There's the angel.
Thank you.
Thank you.